An open source paradigm for ecological living. One Community Weekly Progress Update, number 630.
One Community is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We are creating open source and free shared blueprints and resources, tools and tutorials, and do-it-yourself instructions for highest good living. Creating solution models that create additional solution creating models in the service of all life on this planet. This includes highest good approaches to food, energy, housing, education, for-profit and non-profit business creation, society, and true earth stewardship.
Welcome back again. My name is Jay. I'm your host today. Today is One Community's April 14th, 2025 edition of our Weekly Progress Update. And today what I'm going to be talking about is an open source paradigm for ecological living. And everything that you see happening in the background of this video is what One Community is creating as the foundations for this open source paradigm for ecological living. And those foundations include the physical foundations of sustainability, as well as the emotional foundations of sustainability. And we've broken those down into categories. So we have food, energy, and housing for the physical foundations. Pretty much everybody's familiar with those. And then for the emotional foundations, we have what we call highest good approaches to fulfilled living, education, economics, and stewardship. We're putting all these things together to create a living experience that most people will consider to be better than the way that they're living right now, far better. Objectively far better than the way that they're living right now. And we're open sourcing all the tools, tutorials, resources, and do-it-yourself instructions to replicate all those components so that they can be replicated as either individual components, like highest good food is a complete component to create food sustainability, or as the individual components within that major component. So food forest creation, or large-scale soil amendment, or large-scale organic garden establishment, or hugelculture construction, all these different things. And so we've done that for each one of these different categories, and we're designing this as an open source paradigm for ecological living that includes everything needed to establish a sustainable civilization. And we're open sourcing and free sharing it to make it easy enough, affordable enough, and to demonstrate living this way is attractive enough so that the idea will spread on its own. And a self-replicating model like this has the ability to create a sustainable civilization within one generation. If we do the multiplication numbers on it, and we don't have to include every single human on the planet, but if one community were to inspire 2 more communities the next year, and those 3 communities working together were to inspire 4 the year after that, and then 8 after that, 16 after that, 32 after that, 64 after that, we could include the entire human population in 30 years. Do we need to do that? No. We only need to reach that tipping point of mainstream participation and involvement to achieve a sustainable civilization. And in so doing, we will positively and permanently have touched the lives of every single person and living thing on this planet. And that crazy huge idea is what we're all about. That's what we're about. We're about creating an open source, designing an open source paradigm for ecological living that is made to become self-replicating and to involve everybody that wants to create a model that anyone who wants to participate will have a way to do that, either through our organization or other organizations that are using our open source plans to create what it is that we're creating, and versions of what we're creating, other versions of what we're creating, and establishing these as breakthrough living and thriving models designed to provide a way of living that most people can't achieve any other way. And it's about lifestyle design, it's about trailblazing a path to global change and making a difference. It's about bringing together people with shared values and interests to create the most amazing way of living that we can imagine. And this is what our website is all about. If you go to our website, you visit, you read the pages, you'll see that there have been hundreds of thousands of hours of design and intent put into clarifying what this looks like as the initial prototype, and creating the tools, the resources, the plans, the blueprints, the construction, step-by-step construction details, so that people know exactly how to replicate everything it is that we're doing, and we're designing this so that we'll then use those plans to build one community, to fill in the blanks, to identify what it is that we didn't know, to answer the questions that we didn't know we needed to answer already, because we're answering all the questions we can think of, and to fill in all the blanks so there's a comprehensive set of instructions. And this is the open source paradigm for ecological living. It's creating open source plans for all aspects of the sustainable living experience and open sourcing those and free sharing them so that people around the world can use those as a foundation to iterate beyond those, to create better versions, to evolve them even further, and to create different adaptations, modifications, and versions of those so that there's something for everyone. And we've got 7 different sustainable village models, which you see happening in the background of the video, that have already been designed for the purpose of creating sustainable villages that can be replicated in any different environment. But then beyond that is the process of creating additional versions of those construction methodologies and making them all mainstream so that we can shift the paradigm. And remember, it's about an open source paradigm. It's not just about open source plans. It's about a huge paradigm shift, changing the way that people think about living and helping people to recognize the benefits, the huge benefits of a more efficient, more ethical, more ecological, more sustainable way of living, and the individual benefits and the group benefits and the societal and social benefits that those provide for people by creating more time for people to do the things that they want to do, and in the one community model itself, more things to do with that time because of the social architecture and the built-in community contribution aspects of it that provide the social and recreational components that are a big part of what we call highest good living. And that's weaved into the fabric of what one community is all about. That's the living experience that we want people to see. We want people to recognize that a lot of people go on vacation to have an experience where they have all these different fun things that they can do to get away from the rat race, to be able to have a beautiful experience, a relaxing experience in nature, to be able to see the artistic wonder that humanity is capable of creating in all these different places around the world. One community is designed to be an example of that. It's designed to be one of those places where people's minds are just blown by what people's minds are just blown by what people are capable of creating. How artistic and beautiful the highest good housing model is. How amazing and revolutionary the highest good education component is, that's built off of the most advanced and progressive education models in the world. How we maintain it all, how sustainable it all is, and how we implement the fulfilled living component and the social architecture and recreational model that everybody that comes and visits one community will be able to participate in. And so the whole thing is designed so that it can be all implemented as the complete teacher demonstration hub, designed to teach other people how to create teacher demonstration hubs as well, or as individual components so people can just take the pieces that they want. Maybe they don't want to live in community. Maybe people just want a sustainable home that is built without toxic materials and is designed to last longer than traditional homes and is more artistic and beautiful. Our plans are designed to be able to create the foundation to be able to do that more easily than ever before. And so this is our idea for designing an open source paradigm, launching an open source paradigm for ecological living, and creating and demonstrating a new way of living that is built on radical sustainability and designed to create a better living experience. And so we're creating the easy to follow free shared plans for all of this, and we are working towards that critical mass of exponential growth built on people interested in this, uniquely meaningful life experience that we're putting together, that is one community that not only provides for the individuals living there, the friends and family, the people that come together to create this, but also is giving back to humanity and creating something amazing for the world. And that's these, super improved food, energy, housing, fulfilled living, education, economics, and stewardship systems designed to be replicated and shared and iterated upon and evolved even further. And so this is what one community is about. This is what we're doing. This is what we're creating. If you like this sort of thing and you'd like a weekly dose of positivity in your inbox, visit our website, subscribe there. It's the easiest way to follow what it is that we're doing. We send out one email a week, which has these weekly progress updates to it, a link to these videos, and that's how to follow our progress. If you'd like to help, visit our helping page. If you'd like to help us out in the easiest way possible, help us by sharing this, help us by liking this, help us by subscribing to our YouTube channel and sharing our information on all the different social media accounts to make that as easy as possible. And if you'd like to see exactly what it is, a lot of people say, wait, this isn't a weekly progress update. Why are you talking in such general terms? Where are the specifics? Well, specifics aren't really interesting enough. Most people gave us feedback like, it's boring, and we didn't get very many views. So instead, all those are published in our weekly progress update blog. So if you'd like to see exactly what it is that we've accomplished within the last week, visit our weekly progress update blog, and you'll see it listed person by person, team by team, and what every single individual in our almost 200-person team right now has done within the last week to help create and design an open source paradigm for ecological living and all the different components needed for that. And of course, if you'd like to see exactly what all the components of our open source paradigm for ecological living are, visit our website. We have hundreds of pages of content, the results of over 300,000 hours, I think over 400,000 hours now, of design and implementation details and planning and blueprints and everything that we're creating. It's all there on the website. So with that said, thanks for watching till the end. Stick around for another couple of minutes if you'd like to see bullet points and all the major components of our project. And until next week, we will keep on keeping on designing an open source paradigm for ecological living and the benefit of all people and life on this planet. Thanks for watching.
The one community approach to highest good housing is eco-artistic home building that is affordable, sustainable, do-it-yourself duplicable, resource and space efficient, and consists of 7 different sustainably constructed village models. One Community is also creating an open-source duplicable city center. It is designed to be LEED Platinum certified, provide 12 guest rooms, dining for over 150 people, and laundry and recreation space for over 300 people, all while saving money, time, space, and resources. One Community's approach to highest good food is duplicable almost anywhere, scalable for different needs, more biodiverse and nutritious, part of forwarding a global open-source botanical garden collaborative, and includes 9 different free, shared, and duplicable growing environments. One Community's approach to highest good education is designed for all age groups, adaptable to any schooling environment, inspiring and fun for all participants, includes national standards, all subjects, lesson plans, teaching strategies, learning strategies and tools, classroom design, and more. The One Community approach to highest good society is globally focused, individually enriching, cooperative and collaborative, includes a highest good network and application, 4 different economic models, and combines fulfilled living and true earth stewardship for the benefit of all people and all life on this planet.